But now watch how Boland tells our undercover journalist he doesn't hire anyone who sides with parents.
Ask me as if you're interviewing. Like, what are some of the questions you would ask?
So, I'm trying to think exactly how I worded it. So in a meeting with a parent, you propose the plan you develop for your student to develop these reading skills on these concepts, and the parent disagrees with you. How do you handle it?
Okay, so if someone sides with the parent, then what?
You let them explain, and then you move on to the next question.
But then eventually the outcome of that,
They don't get the job.
Now watch as Boland reveals to our journalist how he uses a specific line of questioning during the interview process to help determine if someone is conservative, which plays a key role in his evaluation on whether to hire that individual or not.
in the hiring process, how can you figure out who's conservative and who's liberal?
It comes down to the stories. So typically an interview is 30 minutes, which is not a long time. So you got to be very specific about the questions. So I've developed a set of questions that I use for almost all my interviews, and it's all leading them to tell a story.
So then what do you do with them? Like if they're applying for a job?
You interview them, and you call them in a few days and say, sorry, we moved forward with another candidate.
So like you would,
I haven't hired one yet.
and would you ever, you think?
I don't think so. It's just that stuck mindset.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think one of the questions that I might start including is something about transgender studies. Students that are exempted, was it non-binary?
Yeah.
If you end up with a student who's non-binary, tell me how you approach this too. So that's a new question.
So what's the correct answer to that?
You treat the student with respect. They're to educate that student. They get to choose however they want to identify. Not there to support them.
Right, and if someone gives the opposite answer and they're in support of, or they're not in support of transgender.
Yeah. So if you get somebody who's hardcore religious or hardcore conservative, they would probably say something detrimental to the event. I don't think kids have enough knowledge to make decisions.
Have you had a lot of right-wingers applying?
No. I haven't interviewed many because I feel like I'm able to screen it out.
How so?
I need younger. So because Greenwich pays very well, you get teachers from other districts who have been there for a long time that want to come to Greenwich. But if they're older, I'm not allowed to do that. But I can't tell them I'm not interviewing you because you're older. I just don't interview you. So, like for one position, I think we had 30 applicants. So, out of all those applicants, I don't think I interviewed anybody over the age of 30.
So you kind of like geared them to think in a more liberal way.
I believe the more progressive teachers are actually more savvy about delivering like a democratic message without really ever mentioning politics. It's subtle. They'll never say, oh, this is a liberal or a democratic way of doing this. They'll just make that the norm. And this is how we handle things. It's subtle.
So it's like you present everything in a way that's like subconsciously influencing the kids to vote liberal in a way, but it's not doing it in such an explicit way to where the parents can actually get mad at you for it.
All this begs the question, if politics and religion are supposed to be kept out of the classroom, why are these factors used in affecting Boland's hiring decisions at Cos Cob? Reporting from Greenwich, Connecticut, this is James O'Keefe with Project Veritas.